Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell somewhere in that general direction. Get all the updates. Really excited for today's beer review / coffee review. So the beer comes courtesy of my man Jim. Thank you so much, Jim. The coffee comes courtesy of Shaun from Nerdsense. Thank you so much, Shaun. So definitely check out Nerdsense. Jim doesn't do a beer tube channel. Shaun, and I'll link to one of his coffee reviews. So besides doing their beer reviews, Shaun is a big coffee guy, and he'll do coffee reviews sometimes. So I will link to one of them at the end, so make sure you watch that and check them out. So, yeah, randomly, I just really lucked out. I did not try to coordinate this. So this is a coffee stout with vanilla, and this is that same coffee company that they get the coffee from, who did a vanilla version of the coffee. So I don't know if I've ever reviewed this beer. I can get the base in this area. I think it only comes out once a year, but I've seen it in this area, but I've not seen the vanilla variant. So it's half Acre, Big Hugs, Imperial Coffee Stout with vanilla. Jim says there's a lot of vanilla in there, which is appropriate because Shaun from Nerdsense makes fun of me because the last, 10 times I've had vanilla in a beer, I've been like, oh, I wish I had more vanilla taste. So we'll see. Keep cold. It's been sitting in my beer cellar, so about 60 degrees. And it's 10%. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. So the coffee comes from Dark Matter, or Matters. And this is barrel-aged coffee cold with vanilla. 8 ounces. It's aged in Big Hugs Imperial Stout barrels. There's also a bourbon barrel version of this. So the regular, this one's the vanilla variant, and they have a bourbon barrel in it. I think it's bourbon, maybe whiskey. I think it's bourbon. I'm assuming that's what this is in, because I don't know what else their barrels would be, Ingredients: heat extracted coffee, filtered water, coffee, and then the vanilla, and again in those barrels. Beverage does not contain alcohol. Please keep refrigerated. Enjoy fresh. It is pretty fresh, and it is Dark Matter coffee, no S. I think I've said enough. Let's get into it. Being a beer review channel, I'll try the beer first, and then I'll talk about the coffee. But yeah, just really lucked out that from 2 different people got these related drinks. And no, I don't normally. Wow, you can smell that coffee from this already. I don't typically drink coffee out of a glass, so I'm a pretty traditional mug guy. Pretty cool can art on both these. I don't know how well it's going to come up. But anyway. Alright. So this is the beer. Oh, I didn't talk about what it looked like. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty darn black. A little bit of brown in there. It looks like a big stout. 1 finger of light mocha. I mean, you saw me digging. It just smells like a really roasty, bordering on coffee stout. If I was doing that blind, I'd probably be stuck. Like, is this all from the roast, or is there a little bit of coffee? From the aroma, it is, to me anyway, not bursting with coffee. And get ready, Shaun. I don't smell the vanilla in this at all. Yeah, I'm getting like burnt coffee grounds a little bit with that roast. So maybe I'm getting a little more coffee than I originally thought. There's some like dark chocolate cacao powder mixed in, but it very much smells like a coffee stout with not a lot of coffee. Anyway, I think I've explained that enough. I mean, that's what coffee smells like. So yeah, I'm not getting a lot of that in this. Let's see about the taste though. Cheers. Yeah, so very nice coffee stout. Lovely coffee stout. Unlike the aroma, once doing this, again, even if it was blind, you do get actual coffee. The aftertaste right now is coffee with enough stout roast to bring it back to like, oh no, wait, it's a coffee beer, not just you had a cup of coffee. Dark chocolate for sure, but I mean we're talking like 90% cacao, like it's really that level, but cut with coffee and the stout. So it's not. And again, just trying to always go back to like if I was doing this blind, didn't know what was in it. I don't think I would be like, oh, there's definitely chocolate or cacao nibs in it, but like from that roast and coffee edition, you're getting about as much of a chocolate note as possible. Relatively dry beer for 10%. I thought it'd be like a little sweeter. That's not a knock. I'm okay with it being a little drier of a coffee stout. Does not drink like 10%. Not that it's like watery or anything, but like I think I could pound this. Good level of like this earth rye kind of a note. Almost like a little, not like barrel aged woody, but like a little bit like you sucked on like I finished a popsicle or something and kind of, or like a tongue depressor. At this point, if you didn't pick up on it, I haven't mentioned vanilla. I get a kiss of it. I don't get a lot of vanilla, and I'm not just saying that. I yeah, I mean, there's a little bit, like maybe 80% of the way through the gulp, you finally get a little kiss of this vanilla. Well, and maybe it's just because I'm talking about it, but actually, as I'm talking in this aftertaste part, I could see some actual vanilla beans. I don't know if it's just says with vanilla. Kind of like that, alcohol soaked vanilla taste. Fair enough. Um, Regardless of how much vanilla you want or don't want in a beer, if you like coffee stouts, this taste is amazing. Probably kind of obvious the aroma I was not blown away by. Kind of wish it had more of a coffee, let alone vanilla, roasty, not just stout roasty, but like coffee roast. So yeah, the aroma, that could have been upped a little for my taste, whatever. But for my actual tasting of this beer, that's a nice coffee stout. Again, does not drink like 10%. Let's see about the actual coffee. Cheers. Oh, should I look at it too? Look how creamy that head is sticking there. That's crazy. I mean, like that is the darkest brown possible, approaching black. Great little head on it, retaining on the glass. Looks really good. All right, aroma time. I'm glad that said heat extracted coffee because it does smell more like, it says coffee cold on the front, but not cold brewed, and it has that hot coffee aroma. Cold brew, I think, is a little softer, like rounder edges, kind of an aroma and taste, and I do think, and I mostly drink hot coffee. It has a little bit more of a kick of a burnt kind of a thing, and I get that out of this for sure. I get some smoke, almost like charcoaly, like you're actually like at a fire, or not at a fire, but like you've lit charcoal, and you get a little bit of like that kind of an ash thing, maybe. Faint amount of vanilla in the aroma. Yeah, that smoky peaty thing is very nice. I'm not getting too much, besides like saying smoky and then saying peaty, I'm not getting a lot of wood. So about like a barrel age, I'm not pulling that out of the aroma. A little orange zest from the coffee too. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. I probably should have had this first, then gone to this, because the residual like alcohol or something in my mouth is messing a little bit with this taste. I should have brought some water. I gestured over here where I would put water, but I didn't. Let me take another sip before I kind of get into the taste. Okay. Similar to what I was saying, the aroma, it definitely drinks like hot coffee that I'm drinking cold. So it does have like that burnt coffee taste. I shouldn't say burnt, but heated coffee approaching burnt. There's a really nice fake cinnamon note there. That it does not have cinnamon unless they didn't put on the label. But like, there's like this faint, fake, because it's not actually in there, cinnamon thing, which I really like. Touch of that citrus I got in the aroma. I'm trying to go in like it's blind. I'm not getting a lot of vanilla. And like the barrel with dried beans, what does that really do? You know, I've had a couple beans actually that Shaun sent me that were aged in barrels, dry. You know, and you could get whispers of the alcohol. I don't get. Maybe I'm misunderstanding like what barrels are talking about because I don't get any sort of whiskey or bourbon at all. Any notes? I mean, even faintly. I don't remember if this is one of the ones that Shaun did a review of or not. But for how much I've been talking about what's not there, a little bit of what is there, it is good. It is like a nice cup of coffee. It's not blowing me away, and where's the vanilla? I don't know. That's why I want to see if Shaun's had this. I can just see Shaun laughing the entire time of this beer review and coffee review. But yeah, both are quite good. I would drink both again. Well, this is quite good. This is good as far as I'm concerned. This is a good cup of coffee. I think this is like a pretty darn good approaching great coffee stout. But yeah, have you had either of these? Let me know in the comment section below. Super curious, obviously, as I always am. Check Nerdsense out. Check them out. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. No hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, double fist. Cheers. Drink them separate.